Yo guys, welcome to another exciting day of online economic readings. Today we have another uplifting article about Lebanon titled Lebanon's Misery Exposes the Sickness of Modern Economics. By John Tamny. The author is John Tamny. He's the editor for the source website called Real Clear Markets, vice president of FreedomWorks, a senior advisor to a capital management company, and has published multiple books. I didn't do a crazy amount of research on the author himself. From a quick glance, it's easy to tell that John seems to lean heavily towards limited government, open markets, and being critical of both Democrats and Republicans. As for the article itself, it's a quick read which gives the author's take on how modern economists have failed Lebanon. There's clearly two things John hates in the world, and that's going to be government taxation and economists with PhDs. But we'll get more on that in a second. The article begins by telling a brief story of a Lebanese man named Saad, and forgive me if I'm pronouncing his name wrong, I'm trying my best. A direct quote from Saad is, "If my son asks for something and I can't give it to him, I just can't handle it." Saad is currently struggling to survive the national currency failure, resource shortages, and overall national turmoil. Saad works for a shoe company which pays 1.2 million Lebanese pounds per month. That used to be equivalent to $800 but due to hyperinflation, it's now about equivalent to $80 a month. Saad wants gas for his vehicle. He has to wait in those never-ending gas lines with his vehicle turned off to save the fuel he already has. When it comes to Saad's home, he could only afford limited access to a private generator for limited hours. Hot summer nights are a common occurrence and are pretty brutal. And a quote from the article is, "As soon as the air conditioner goes off, the mosquitoes come and then the heat." The sad part about all this is when you read Saad's story, you got an understanding that it's not just his story, but the story of millions of other Lebanese people that are really suffering through this pandemic right now. John places the blame for Lebanon's turmoil primarily on modern economists who have persuaded politicians into believing that demand from consumerism is the driving force of economic growth. Therefore, taking money from the market through taxation and then using it for economic spending should overall bolster the economy, in theory. According to John, while modern economists might see savings as contractionary, he thinks that's actually the thing that's going to save the economy in the long term. He believes that savings is going to expand the capital base and encourage more long-term investments in the market. This is where John mentions something about Lebanon devaluing its own currency to bolster the economy, but he doesn't give much of any details. One thing that John does continuously note, though, is that Adam Smith did not in fact have a PhD. And the author is just telling modern economists to fuck off, basically. John ends the article by giving Saad and the Lebanese people a call to action. It's time to toss modern economics and the credentialed proponents of the same into a proverbial dustpan of history. Basically, again, saying fuck you to modern economists. As you can tell from how quickly I explained the article, it's admittedly pretty shallow in terms of explaining events, providing reasoning, or any potential solutions. However, I think it delivers the beliefs of the author in a concise manner. This obviously isn't a piece that I would cite in an argumentative paper, but it has personally motivated me to dig deeper into the ongoing situation. Essentially what I'm saying is I want to move past the news headlines and do my own research into the origins of this problem. We work for money, but we really work for what money can be exchanged for. He's really just stating the definition of a currency. But for the people of Lebanon, this is more than just a definition. They're working for these wages. They haven't changed for the most part. And their money is just devaluing. They're working for a worthless currency at the moment that can't even buy them their basic resources. So why even work for it? Which is honestly, it's just heartbreaking to hear. And that's where I'm going to leave today's video. I wanted to keep it short, so again, I'm making these videos primarily for myself. I'm doing this so I can build a habit and just stay in tune with what's going on. Yeah, I appreciate you guys listening. Shout out to the person who commented on my last video. It was the only comment, and it was somebody stating that there was hot singles near me. Thank you for the viruses, I appreciate it, and I wish you the best. If you guys, and by you guys I mean myself, want to see more videos like this, let me know. Hey dude, I want to see more videos like this. Cool man, appreciate it. Okay, I'll make another video like this next week, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you for your time, and see ya.